Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the deadlift 10-minute block training protocol, and I'm going to give you some really interesting alternatives. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching, I'd love to work with you. Check out the link down below. All right, so my 10-minute deadlift block protocol is one of my most popular. It's something I give to a lot of my clients, something I've used myself a lot over the years. It's highly effective. It's highly engaging. And we're going to get into some of the details about why you should use it. But in this video, I'm going to present some alternatives. I'm going to give you some different timing periods for these blocks, and I'm going to show you how to cycle intensity or use different intensity blocks so you could basically use a 70% week, a 77.5% week, an 85% week. I'm going to give you guys some ideas, and you can run with them if you want, but just some good, decent, solid deadlift training options. So let's dive into things. Now, a quick overview. The 10-minute deadlift block is a staple in the massive iron world. During the 10-minute timed window, you're basically going to time a set for 10 minutes. It's simply one set or one effort. You'll perform as many singles or doubles as you want during that 10-minute block. Now, you can walk up to the bar and perform a single. You can walk up to the bar and perform a double. It's up to you in the moment how you are feeling. And it could be after that first single, you might feel you want to knock out another rep, but we only do singles or doubles. After that single or double, you release the bar, you catch your breath, you regroup, you get your sanity back, you reset your form in your hips, and then you attack again. So after each single or double, we're going to release the bar, we're going to stand up, we're going to shake things out. We're going to wait until we physically and mentally feel ready to go again, and then we're going to do another single or double. And we continue this pattern during a 10-minute window. Now, for this classic protocol, you start with about 70% of your one rep max. So that's going to be during your first workout. And based on how your performance goes, you're going to start to use progressive overload. If you hit 14 or more reps during this 10-minute block in the classic massive iron 10-minute block period, then you're going to move up 5 pounds the next time you deadlift. Now, why would you use a deadlift block? You are not limited by your physical conditioning. Sometimes at the end of a long deadlift set, you feel winded, your heart is racing. By resetting and having this little bit of rest pause, you are not limiting yourself by your physical conditioning. You also are not being limited by your lower back. At the end of a conventional deadlift set, your lower back can oftentimes be the limiter or the weak muscle group, and it can take a pounding. So by resetting a little bit, by incorporating a little bit of rest pause training, you can weed out some of the lower back stress and weed out some of the limitations presented by a weaker lower back. By using this protocol, you also get form repetition and practice. Deadlift form is something that can be very confusing to some. You're going to need a lot of practice, a lot of repetition, and by resetting, we're kind of training ourselves to practice, reset, and this can only be a positive thing. Now, here are some different variations that we can use using that 70% one rep max protocol. You can use the standard 10-minute block. And when you hit 14 or more reps, you would add weight the next time you perform this. You could use an 8-minute block. And if you hit 11 to 12 reps, you could move up in weight the next time you perform it. You could use a 6-minute block where the rep goal is 9 or 10 or more, or a 5-minute block where your goal is to hit 8 or more singles or doubles, total reps during that 5-minute block. Each of these would start with about 70% of your one rep max. And here's a simple formula. Your rep goal total, or how many reps you want to aim for at minimum during that block, will equal your total minutes times a multiplier of 1.4 to 1.6. So for a 10-minute block, it's going to be about 14, 8-minute block, 11 to 12, etc. Now let's present some heavier deadlift variations. You can start with heavier than 70% of your one rep max. The 70% modifier is your total minutes multiplied by 1.4 to 1.6. If you want to start a little bit heavier, around 77.5% of your 1 rep max, you would take the total minutes multiplied by 1.1, and this would give you a rep goal total, or the number of reps you're trying to achieve before you would add weight the next time in the gym. If you want to go crazy and go up to 85%, your multiplier would be minutes times 0.8. So we're going to do a few less reps. We're not going to go as crazy with reps. We're going to set a little bit less of a rep goal total. Now, these formulas will provide you with a rep goal total based on the timed block you are using. Now, for the 77.5% variations, you're going to take your minutes times about 1.1. So if you're using a 10-minute block, your rep goal would be to hit 11 or more reps, an 8-minute block, 9 or more, a 6-minute block, 7 or more, and a 5-minute block, 6 or more. Now, you can do as many singles or doubles and total reps as you want during this period, as many as feel comfortable. But when you hit this rep goal total, that will trigger you to add 5 pounds to the bar the next time in the gym. All right, so if you want to use the 85% variation, it's your time in gym times 0.8. That'll give you your rep goal total. For a 10-minute block, you want to aim for 8 or more reps before you progress. An 8-minute block, 6 to 7. A 6-minute block, 5 total reps. And a 5-minute block, about 4 or more total reps. Now, I'm going to give you guys a couple of intensity rotations because this is kind of a fun way to attack the deadlift. We're going to rotate intensity each week. In this first example, we're going to use a 10-minute block. You could use whatever you want, 8, 6, 5, whatever you prefer. So week 1, you start off with that protocol where you're using about 70% of your 1 rep max, and your goal would be 14 or more reps before you add weight. Week 2, 77.5%, your rep goal would be 11 plus. Week 3, 85% of your 1 rep max, your rep goal would be 8 plus. These are starting points. From here, you advance each week based on the performance of that week. So each week is its own island. Each week is on its own progression track. If you advance or hit your rep goal on week 1, then the next time you perform week 1, you'd have 5 pounds, but you don't adjust the other weeks unless you hit the rep goal total. Now, you could also do an intensity rotation where you're diminishing the amount of time you're doing these blocks. So you could do week 1, 10 minutes, week 2, 8 minutes, week 3, 6 minutes, and you could move from 70 to 77.5 to 85% of your 1 rep max. So you're decreasing these time blocks while you're increasing intensity. These aren't the only ways for you to work in 3-week rotations. You can get as creative as you want. I just wanted to present these as examples. So guys, let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Is this something you think you might utilize in your training? And if you've used a 10-minute block, let me know what you think of it. Drop a comment down below. So guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.